Oh, hi there. It's Uncle Ron. How are you on this Wednesday, the 14th of October, 2020? Good to have you along. This isn't Uncle Ron's Blurbs or whatever the hell I call these things. Just where I just kind of talk about some random things for a few minutes. If you have not followed my 1978 baseball replay, it's over. It's over. And the Dodgers are your champions. And what was about as exciting as a World Series is watching paint dry. The lead changed hands once, I think, in the entire series. Good for the Texas Rangers. They really were quite the story over the course of the year, and I'm delighted that the Dodgers pitching showed up for the World Series. It's good for Don Sutton and that. By the way, between Twitch and YouTube, we had 700 viewers for the 5 games combined as I tape this on a Wednesday afternoon. So thank you oh so much. I do appreciate it for sticking with it. And if you didn't catch it, we did 156 streams, and that does not include any of the games, the ones that we did double headers on. So I would venture to guess I probably did about 162, 164 games between January 10th and October 10th. So, or whatever day we finished. Sunday was when I finished it up. So over 10 months, we did. That's a lot of baseball. And it's all up on this channel, as a matter of fact. You can watch the playlist for that. Oops. So you get for eating Doritos, but they taste so good. Did I get it? Close enough. All right. So what am I doing this winter? The funny thing is, I didn't really have any live streams projects planned after this. I wanted to see how long it went. You know that we're going to do 1949 come January for baseball, and that will not be a full 162 game project. It'll be 78, 80, 82 games plus if we do have a playoff, whatever that playoff is, and the World Series. So hopefully a regular 30-week project. What am I bouncing around? I figured out, before I get to what's coming up on the channel, a word about my 81-82 Islander-Oiler replay. Well, it turns out that the goalie cards for some of the teams, especially in Edmonton's division, were made wrong. And so they're not right. Vancouver's goalies are too good. And that really will throw off things such as how many goals and points can Wayne Gretzky get, and others. And so that replay, which I had just started again for my own personal pleasure, has been put back on the back burner, and I'll figure out another year in strat that I want to do. Still love the game, but if they're not right, then trying to pretend this is the right thing just isn't there. And debating whether or not to do 92-93, which is the Habs last cup, or 77-78 and do a combined Montreal or Islander thing, or 75-76 and do the Islander thing for 75-76 would be Brian Trottier's rookie year, and 77-78 would be Mike Bossy's rookie year. And what a combination they were, because I just happen to like the era of Islander hockey. So what have I got for live streaming stuff coming up? Well, I'm going to do 3 days a week. I think we're looking at Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for the foreseeable future. And so I know that I promised to do an Action PC hockey season, and I think I've settled on 88-89, which is my senior year of high school. And why did I settle on that? So I can do the Montreal Canadiens, who went 53-17, and that's in whatever many ties. I'm not going to do every game for that. That would take too long. But certainly a game of the week, and maybe 1 or 2 per week, plus the playoffs when we get there. They won the division by 1,000 points, which is what I want. I want an easy replay to do. And they lost to Calgary, who was a 57-win team in the Stanley Cup final. Montreal is a 5-1 odds on winning the Stanley Cup in 88-89. So we're going to do one of those games per week, maybe 2, and that's going to fill up Sundays at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. So before your football day, we'll do some hockey, and that can just go as long as I need it to go. playoffs, I'd probably do more than one day a week. And if there's a game that I want to do during the week, I'll do it on a Tuesday or a Thursday because there's a lot of good teams. The Bruins are good. Hartford had a decent year that year. A lot of other things that we can do with that. But it's going to be my first one-team-based replay as opposed to a neutral game of the week. It's going to be, we're going to root for the Montreal Canadiens. Take a page out of the Red Sox playbook and actually do a team that we're going to root for. So 88, 89, like I said, my senior year of high school. Fresh coat of paint on CBC's Hockey Night in Canada, eh? And we'll do, or Soirée de Hockey on Radio Canada. And so we'll do that. Like I said, we're not doing all 80 games. And hopefully we'll get some regulars on there. There's not enough hockey replays on YouTube, and there's a ton of baseball replays. Football projects. I'm contemplating either a This Week in Pro Football type show where I feature highlights and stats for 16 weeks. I still might try that. As the number of seasons for pro strategy football grows, I believe 70 and 80 hit Mike from the Trucks website yesterday. So it's a growing number of seasons. I'm tempted to do 1980 and just go straight through the 80s. Do a tape thing, but I really need something to do live because I want to do 3 live streams a week. And so I'm going to look to see what season I want to do for that. Maybe it's 1980. Maybe I pick another season to do the greatest hits highlights of and do 1 game, maybe 2 a week for that. If you've watched Al Red Sox fan and myself do the streams for Super Bowl tournament at Mike from the Trucks channel, those have been so much fun, and I feel pretty confident that I can do a solo job for that, not replacing what Al and I are doing, which is so much fun. But you know where I'm going with that, just to give you guys something to watch and something to chat with at lunch. That would be something that I would not play, just call, which I've never done before in a live stream. The other thing I'm thinking of is bringing in some classic soccer and taking a World Cup and doing that. I like the game. I don't have it on this computer, but I like the game, and I might grab a World Cup and maybe do something like that, or a UEFA Champions League. Something to do that, just to show off the game and give it some love. Don't know how long it would take to actually do a stream, but I know that there are some soccer fans out there, and again, there really aren't a lot of soccer replays for your dancing and dining pleasure other. Does it mean that people will watch? I don't know. But we'll try it. We'll try to fill up some spots. Other thing is, I'd like to do some boxing. So I'm going to take a look at Title Bout 2 and see the availability of just how much all that is. Do some fights in that. Summer of Tokyo is being put together. But those are going to be all on tape. And if I do This Week in Pro Football or This Week in Sim Football, that, of course, would be on tape as well, exclusively onto YouTube. What else? So that's probably what we got coming up. We're going to have some soccer. We're going to have some hockey. We'll have baseball, of course, come January. We'll probably do at least a couple exhibition games for the Pro Strategy Football. If I do a season, we'll see. But again, the plan is 3 live streams a week, and then some time to obviously to produce some stuff, which takes some time to produce some stuff. And, of course, I do want to start that Olympic project, and along with show off some of the other things from Roberto's catalog, because his catalog is incredible. The games are fun. They're easy to pick up and all that. What else did I want to say? Oh, so sometime, hopefully early November, the views on the YouTube channel will surpass what I did last year. We did 57,600 and some odd views in 2019, and that's when we were doing all the live and on demand on YouTube. I switched from YouTube to Twitch right around the first of the year when all the COPA stuff started to happen, and it just made a lot more sense for me to sit there and go, okay, that'll do, and I'll just go live there. And so if you add up my Twitch numbers to my YouTube numbers, I've actually beaten last year already, which is great. So I've done about 5,400 on Twitch and 53,000 views on YouTube. And so with 10 weeks to go in the year, we're growing. We're absolutely growing. We'll hopefully hit the hours streamed sometime before the end of the year, but that's probably about another month or so away. And so thank you for helping me grow the channel. It's been wonderful, and we're working close to 800 subs. And thanks to all my Patreons, including Jeff Pepper, who's my newest one. I appreciate that a great deal. Thank you, sir. So that's what we got going on. So the hockey will start on probably later this week. We'll get that all dolled up. And so 88-89 Montreal. I'm thinking we're going to do some football, Pro Strategy Football 2021. Probably do like a split or two projects with that. One, just a highlight show that's exclusively on YouTube of games and stuff to show it off. Another, just to call one game a week with that. And like, as I said, I'm not going to play the game per se. It's going to be there and just interact with you guys. And I'm going to look to see what classic soccer stuff is there, because I think that is probably the next. We're going to experiment. We're going to experiment with some stuff and see what works as we take you up to baseball again in January for the 49 season. And wherever else that kind of crosses our fancy. So there you have it. Thank you so much. We're going to also do, as my nose really starts to itch, a breakdown of that 78 replay and what I think needs to happen with the Action PC baseball game for 2020. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you the next time.